All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We got day 7 on the Goleta Project today. We have a special guest, Mr. Dent, today. This is the map kind of that we're going to be running today. We're going to park at Elwood School, come down Hollister, go down Elwood Beach Drive, loop back around and out, down through Coronado, and then through Daytona, back up Coronado, down Newport, backtrack out Seagull, out Pebble Beach, come back in, and then back out. So I'm not sure how far that'll be, maybe 5 miles, we'll see. Mr. Dent is going to be wearing some, I guess they're ears that he found when he had a lot of time and was cleaning out his house during this whole thing. And he put them on, and even though he looked silly, made people laugh. And so he started wearing them out and about. The other day he had them on in Trader Joe's, and they thought it was pretty funny, and he gave a big howl, and everybody got a good kick out of that. So even though it may make him look a little bit foolish at times, I have a lot of props for him that, he doesn't really care, because it's one of those things where you don't even take yourself that seriously. And if you can spread a little joy and a little laughter, then that's pretty
All right, we're about to get started. We got a special guest this morning. We got Mr. Dent with us today.
Morning, everybody.
And I think we're going to run kind of around the Elwood Shores area. So here we go. We're going to give it a try.
100% humidity. So I had to learn how to deal with all of those things, but it made it beautiful because we had lots of different times of the year, and I loved it. As you can see, rollerblading. I grew up on skates and love skating. Also love to swim and part of the swim team. And so Canada's not much different than here, but we have seasons.
All right, Mr. Dent. Is there anything different about the way you think Canadians approach daily life compared to people living in the United States?
Well, they have a very much it's okay, attitude in Canada. I think that things are a little bit slower and a little bit quieter, but I think, nothing against the United States, but I think it's a little bit friendlier too. So when we are dealing with people on a daily basis, you hear a lot of very happy, positive people in Canada, and I think that's why I am the way I am.
All right. Did you ever consider moving your family to Canada?
Yes, it has come up in the last, let's say 4 years, but we do love it here. Goleta's our home, and we're so happy to be here and be at DP.
All right, so I asked Mr. Dent, basically, what's his approach to fitness right now? Well, maybe always, and how's it different right now?
Well, I am a social person, and I really like being around people. I like being a part of a sporting event, like to play sports and do sports, and unfortunately with kids I haven't had a ton of time to do a lot of that, but I don't go for a run or rollerblade without some sort of destination, hope, or plan, and so actually my daughter Sarah was able to entice me onto rollerblading with the idea that we would go to Blenders and have a Blenders along the way. And she didn't have any Blenders, but I did. Or another time we went to Albertsons, and I got a big bag of flour and put that in my backpack and rollerbladed home with that extra weight on my back, which I wouldn't have done if it wasn't something where I was with somebody else or I had some other goals in mind. But I don't like to normally work out, and I hope that you can get inspiration from other things and other people to stay healthy and be a part of things. Even if you're like me, who doesn't like to just do it for the sake of doing it, find a friend, keep social distancing, find a destination and a plan, and set that goal.
Okay, Mr. Dent took off down the hill. So one of the questions I was asked by a student is, Mr. Choi, aren't you embarrassed to wear those shoes in public? So I don't know if you're just trying to make fun of me or you really, either way, you're probably trying to make fun of me, and that's okay. But the answer is yes. I am kind of, embarrassed to wear them out and around. But like I said, right now, they're working for me. Makes my feet feel more comfortable. I liken it kind of to like a face mask that some of us are wearing now. In that, of course, it might be goofy looking. It's not the most stylish thing, but sometimes, regardless of style or how you look, it's just what's best for you at the time. So, anyways, all right. So one of the students asked Mr. Dent, what is maybe something positive that came out of all this stuff?
Well, in life, I think we do a lot of filling our days with as much as we can and are often away from our families so that we can get ahead in life, so that we can have the leg up and the edge over others. And yearbook is one of those ways. We spend a lot of time working where you're away from home and away from family dinners and stuff. And I think that during this pandemic, we've reconnected. We've had an opportunity to spend time with our kids, our families, our loved ones in a way that we haven't been able to do in a long time, probably ever. And so the pandemic has been hard, but and not everybody is able to enjoy that time as much as others, but I'm super lucky and I feel fortunate that I've been able to spend time with my kids and my family. And I think that slowdown of the world has definitely been positive. It also has helped out our environment, talking about the lowest levels of pollution in modern history across the United States and in other countries around the world. So there are some positives to us staying home and protecting each other by being a part of this stay-at-home campaign.
All right, thanks, Mr. Dent, for running with us today. We're coming up on the end. Anything, last things you want to say to students?
Love DP. We will see you when we see you. Stay strong. Look out for each other. Communicate and be there for each other through this time. And keep watching Mr. Choi's awesome running vlogs. Bye, DP.
All right, everybody, that's a wrap on day 7 of the Goleta Project. Big thanks, big shout out to Mr. Dent. Thank you for coming out and rollerblading with us today while I ran. It was really nice having you out there. I've known Mr. Dent for a long time. We've been teaching at DP for quite a while together, and I see him a lot around campus, but you don't always get a chance to really stop and just talk with somebody and really just have the time to just listen. And so that was pretty awesome. So I appreciate you coming out, Mr. Dent, and I appreciate you guys watching. So once again, if there's anybody you want to come out as a guest, shoot me an email and I'll ask them. Miss Janez also volunteered to come out and do a run. So yeah, we have that to look forward to. Shoot me an email if you want me to discuss anything in particular, or if you have any particular questions for them. Otherwise, it's good seeing you all. Hope you're doing well. Stay safe, stay social distanced, and we'll see you out there.